We have to be very careful that we are not so stuck in the old that when the Lord gives us the new, that new job, that new apartment, that new child, that we're not looking for ways to self sabotage that. If He gives you a new apartment and it is a little out of your range, but He says, "Daughter, I've got you, I'm going to take care of this," why are we waiting for that eviction notice? If He gives you that new job and you have a bad day and you're constantly waiting for them to say, "Hey, we're going to have to let you go," why are you doing that with the blessing that the Lord has given you? It's because the enemy is at the door of your mind. And just like Cain and Abel, when Cain murdered his brother, the enemy was at the door of his mind, and he convinced him that instead of seeking the Lord to give a better sacrifice, that it would be better to take out the reason for his anger, right? And so I listened to a sermon referencing that by Stephanie Okafor this morning, and it just blew my mind because I found myself in a place where I'm like, my God, like when I look at all the blessings that the Lord has given me in the last several years, my whole life really, and I look back on it, I realize that I'm always waiting for the shoe to drop. I'm always waiting for something to go wrong because that is where I'm comfortable. That's where I'm just used to. So when things go wrong, I'm just like, all right, I know how to handle this. This is familiar for me. But the Lord wants to break you out of that mindset. Stop always looking for things to go wrong, okay? Because it is your season and it's your time for everything to go right. And the Lord has to break you out of this mindset before you can fully enjoy and step into your new. This is paramount. Okay, all these times we're crying to the Lord when we self sabotage and we get back into that familiar, comfortable place where we've lost that thing and then we're back in a place that we've been before when that was never God's intention for us. It is our mind and the enemy intruding upon our mind that makes us feel as if we're not ready for this, we're not good enough for this. And so we self sabotage, we speak our way out of it, and then we are crying to the Lord, "Father, why am I still in this place?" He never intended us for us to be in a cycle. Cycles are demonic. We're not supposed to go around and be in the same place year after year after year. It is your mind that you have to take back. It is your mind that is a battlefield. You have to take it back and keep what the Lord has set you into. Okay, a lot of the times we're so used to God making a way and then we self sabotage it. When God sees us and He knows that He's given us so many chances, but we're stuck in this cycle. And so we don't see the miraculous miracle of that, and that He keeps giving us chance after chance after chance. So today, I want you to stop looking at that new thing that the Lord has put you in as if I'm waiting for that eviction notice. I'm waiting for this job to let me go, this person, because the reason that you feel that when you start getting problems at your work is because the enemy is trying to force you out. Okay, if it is a place that you know that the Lord has put you in, do not let the enemy have you self sabotage and take yourself out. If you know that apartment is the apartment the Lord has blessed you with, I don't care what the price tag on it is. He says, "Trust me, and I have you, daughter, I have you, son." Don't let the enemy let you self sabotage yourself into waiting for that eviction notice because you're coming into agreement with what the enemy wants you to do. We are going to break that today. This is your new beginning. Okay, you have come out of that mindset. Okay, and that's part of the reason when the Israelites were in Egypt, when they were brought out of Egypt and they were in the wilderness, they still had that mindset. Their mind was stuck in Egypt when the Lord said, "I've brought you out of that place and I'm giving you something new." But they couldn't break their mind out of Egypt. And that is why many of them perished in the desert because they were so focused on what they had and they were so focused on that trial because it was easier and it was familiar to them that they could not recognize that the Lord providing for them honey bread out of the sky, water out of rocks, a cloud to follow them, so they knew that He was with them. They didn't realize what a miracle that was. All they could remember and think of was, "We need some idol to serve. We wish we were back in Egypt so we wouldn't just have honey bread to eat." Okay, we're not doing that. We are breaking the cycle of the enemy today, in the name of Jesus. So I pray that whoever receives this will receive the revelation as I've received, because it's crazy how the enemy will capture our mind and keep us from what God truly wants for us.